All right, let's start this review. I'll zoom it in here. All right, -2. So -2 is my x. So I'm going to go along the x, -2. And then I go up and I hit here at 1. So -2, 1. So my answer here is 1. Let's go to the next one. F of 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. So I don't even have to go anywhere. That's 0. This time, instead of being the x, I have the y. So I go along the y, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I go over, and it's at x equals 2. Let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Name 2 points where the y value is repeated. So it looks like I see, I'll just highlight that. It looks like it's right here and 2 there. So it looks like -2, 1, and 1, 1. There's other examples. You could say, instead, you could say 3, 0, and -0.50. That's another one. Whatever. You don't have to give me both. You're not going to get bonus for more. Okay. The next one, it looks like what they want you to do is plot some points. So let's do it. Left 2 up 5, left 1 up 3, down 1, right 1 down 4, right 2, right 3 up 6. Okay. It didn't tell me to connect them, so I'm not going to do that. So let's see. What they're asking me to do here is take the -2 and plug it in. So if I look over here, f of -2 is 5 plus 3, 8. F of -1 is 3 plus 3 is 6. F of 0 is -1 plus 3 is 2. F of 1 is -4 plus 3 is -1. F of 2 is 0 plus 3 is 3. F of 3 is 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay? This time, they want you to take this, plug it in. So half of -4 is 2. What's the y value? 0. Half of -2 is 1. Y value is -4. Half of nothing is still nothing, -1. Half of 2 is 1, but it's -1, 3. Half of 4 is 2. -2 is 5. And then half of 6 is -3. There is no -3, so there's no solution for that one. Okay. Represent the mapping diagram. This is obviously a table. So this is a table in 2 different ways. I can't make another table. It still would be a table. But one thing I can do is make a mapping diagram. 1, 3, 5, 7, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 1 to 0, 3 to 4, 5 to 8, 7 to 12, 7 to 16. So that's one way. Another way I could do is graph it. 1, 0, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, 12, 7, 16. Okay? Another way I can do it is I could write it as a set of points. 1, 0, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, 12, 7, 16. Another way I could do it is I can say here's the domain, 1, 3, 5, 7. The range is 0, 4, 8, 12, 16. So I've shown you 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. I only need 2. Okay. Pick which 2. All right, and you don't get bonus for giving me more. All right, state the transformation. So I'm not sure about this 4 points each thing. Looks like it would be worth 2 points to me because there's 2 transformations. All right, this is not a straight shooter, horizontal stretch by a factor of 3. You write HSBF3, you'll get it wrong. Horizontal stretch by a factor of 3. You got to write it out. All right, this one, oh, I'm not finished. And straight shooter, vertical translation, 7 units down. Okay, this one, since it's with the y, it really means it's with the x, reflection over the x-axis. And this is a horizontal translation, 4 units left. All right. This time they want me to create a new one, so I better put g of x. I want to remember that it's squared. Okay, vertical stretch by a factor of 3. Reflection over the x really means it's with the y. Horizontal compression by a factor of 1/4 means I'm going to put a 4 there. And then I better put the squared. Put it on the outside, okay? And then vertical translation, 4 units up. This question will be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Okay? All right. So let's see. She has the basic parent function, which is 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So it looks like that's the parent function. And we want to decide if she's correct, be able to justify it. So let's see. She did a horizontal stretch of 4. So if you're a horizontal stretch of 4, not straight shooter, x, and then 1 unit down, and then reflecting over the x really means it's the y. So that's negative 1/4 x if I distributed -1. So I need to figure out if this matches that. So if I was to take this and graph it, justify if she's correct or not. So one way I could do is I could go down 1, right 4, down 1, right 4. And I could show that she is incorrect this way because you graphed it. Another way to do it is instead of actually doing that and graphing it, I could take this instead of graphing it, and I could find the equation of that. So that would be b equals 1, and it's down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's negative 1/4 x. So that would be y equals negative 1/4 x, and this does not equal this. So let me repeat. No matter what, you got to show me this. No matter what, I want to see the parent function. If you want to prove that it's incorrect by then actually graphing the child, or instead of, or instead of graphing the child, what you want to do is figure out what that child is and give me that equation. Either way, I need to see that it's incorrect. All right, a whole bunch of factoring. Looks like 3 points each. So there's 2 of them, and I can square root them. The square root of 144 is 12x. The square root of 225 is 15. One gets a plus, one gets a minus. Okay? If you end up seeing a problem like this, and it ends up like this, like normally that's good enough. You want to get your 3 points, happy birthday, you're good. But if it ends up that you could actually GCF this and GCF this, I will give you bonus if you could give me this answer. 3 times 3 is 9, which is 4x plus 5, 4x minus 5. So if it ends up being like that, you can get bonus, okay? But no, I'm expecting in letter A, I'm hoping for letter A, I just give you something like that where all you're doing is square rooting, okay? All right, this is the one when you multiply and add. 2 numbers to multiply to get 56 and add to 1 are 7 and 8. So I'll make 1 be an 8, 1 a 7. Since this is negative, the bigger guy gets it. And remember, I can check all these answers in my calculator after I'm done with the test. This one, I notice they all have F's. I notice they all have 5. So I'm going to break it down. 5 times 5, F, F, F. Negative 5 times 1, F, F. 5 times 2, F, 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 F. If you can just see it, that's fine. Just make sure you're good to go. So let's see. They all have a 5. And they all have 2 F's. So I'm going to take that out. 5F squared. And then I'm going to write what's left. So we have the F minus 1 plus 2F squared. You give me this, you will lose a point if you do not put this in standard form. So 5F squared, 2F squared plus F minus 1. That's the answer I'm looking for, okay? Make sure it's in standard form. Make sure you know that the 1 is negative and the F is positive, okay? This is the one where you're doing guess and check. So 2y squared gives me 2y and y. And then 15 is 15 and 1 and 5 and 3. So let's do 5 and 3 first. 3 times y is 3y. 2 times 5 is 10. I'm trying to get this center, which is an imaginary 1. 10 and 3 isn't going to give me 5. Isn't going to give me 1. So I'll switch them. I'll put the 5 here and the 3 there. So that's 5 and 6. Ooh, I can get a 1 if that's negative and that's positive. So let's see, this one's positive. This one's negative. So my final answer is 2y minus 5, y plus 3. All right, this one. This one is GCF. They both have a 3. 3 times 16, negative 3 times 1, CC. They both have a 3. Take out a 3. 16 minus c squared. Don't put the 1, it'll confuse you. Now, square root. 3, 4 minus c. Hint, hint. Put it in this order. Nudge, nudge. I'm also going to give you one more hint. It's literally the test. I think I'll double check. But it's in the exact same order. It's just different numbers. So please, ladies and gentlemen, don't get that wrong. Okay. All right, let's go to the next page. Describe the transformations. Okay. Horizontal translation, 2 units left. Vertical translation, 6 units down. Vertical compression by a factor of 1/5. It's with the y, which really means it's with the x. Reflection over the x-axis. That would be worth 4 points. All right, this one. Well, I know the parent's in the center. So this one just went to the left. So it's horizontal translation. I can't just say left one. 1 unit left. Okay? If you end up seeing a problem like this, and all I ask you to do is describe the transformation, I will give you bonus if you could state the child. If that ends up working out. Okay? I will give you bonus if you can state the child if that problem's in there. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. X-intercepts. We did this last chapter. So that is 5, 0. Hold on, I'm going to pause it real quick. I knew something happened. This is an old review. This is not on your test. This is not on your test. Okay? So let's go to the next page. There are a couple questions that are, so I'll do that in the second video.